PlayStation Portable, or as everyone in the world calls it, the PSP. I really love this handheld, and I remember the first day I bought it. It was May 18th, I went around 10 a.m. to stand in line for Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. My brother came over around 1 p.m. with some friends of ours, and I asked him to take me to GameStop. Went to GameStop, picked up my PSP with a copy of Untold Legends. When I got back to the line, however, took the PSP out, the battery wasn't charged. I'm like, come on, I really want to play this. And this lady, she's like, hey look, I own this big ass truck with an outlet in the cab. You want to charge your PSP? And I was like, hell yeah. I charged my PSP for like an hour or two in her cab, take it out, start gaming on it. And it was probably like the coolest thing ever. Untold Legends, I've never seen anything like that. The graphics were so cool. It was just like, I mean, you just didn't see graphics like that on something this big back then. Yeah, the Nintendo DS. Move to the side, Nintendo 64 graphics. We got PS2 graphics, baby. And with that being said, I'm JurassicNinja, and this is 5 games that push the PSP to MEGA Megahertz. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII is an action role-playing game developed and published by Square Enix. It was released in Japan in 2007 and everywhere else in 2008 to awesome reviews. It's a prequel to the 1997 original Final Fantasy VII, which happens to be my favorite. It isn't a turn-based RPG like the original 7, but instead an action RPG, much like how Kingdom Hearts plays. You play as Zack, a member from the organization known as Soldier, and is tasked to find the missing soldier Genesis Rhapsodos. In his search, a lot of secrets get discovered by high-rating officers, Sephiroth and Angel Hewley. If you know anything about Final Fantasy VII's story, then you'll know some of the secrets that get discovered. But this game really does a terrific job filling in all the gaps. You get to know more about Zack, Cloud, and Sephiroth. The game has some really badass pre-rendered movie quality cutscenes that really do keep you engaged into the story. It's like as if they pulled them straight from the Advent Children movie. The in-game graphics also look stunning. Every character is unique and full of facial expressions. The recreated scene where Sephiroth walks through the fire is so cool to see with the updated graphics. On top of that, you get to play and be part of the whole scenario. Crisis Core also has full voice acting, and it's really good acting too.
Come and try.
So smug. But for how long?
It's nice not to have to read a million dialogue bubbles. It's an amazing game that looks stunning and plays flawlessly, at least in my eyes.
At the edge of the Arctic Circle, the fearless have arrived.
MotorStorm Arctic Edge. Released as MotorStorm Raging Ice in Japan. That's a badass title. Is a fun racing video game developed by Big Studio and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was released in 2009 to pretty good reviews. No longer are you racing in the desert like in the first MotorStorm game on PS3. This time, you're balls deep in the harsh Arctic climate of Alaska. Gameplay is similar to the previous titles in the series, such as nitrous boosts, environmental hazards, and destructible environments. Vehicles will also have the ability to cool down the boost by driving through deep snow or under waterfalls. The same technique used for driving through the water in MotorStorm Pacific Rift. Ever wanted to race through an avalanche? Well, now you can in Arctic Edge. Just blow up another vehicle or blow your horn to wipe the competition away. MotorStorm Arctic Edge features a total of 24 vehicles from 8 vehicle classes. Each one is fully customizable with spoilers, exhausts, and sponsor stickers. This game pushes the PSP so much that I'm surprised that it doesn't explode in your hands. The graphics are incredible to look at. The snow looks lush and the sky is gorgeous. The levels where the snow is falling is fun to race through. The game runs extremely well with virtually no dips in frame rate. The textures on the vehicles and, well, everything else really is so well done. It's hard to believe that this is a PSP game. God of War Ghost of Sparta is a third-person action-adventure video game developed by Ready at Dawn and Santa Monica Studio, and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was released in November 2010 to terrific reviews. The game is the 6th installment in the God of War series and the 4th chronologically. Set between God of War and God of War 2, Ghost of Sparta picks up right at the end of God of War with Kratos sitting upon his newly claimed throne. Ghost of Sparta is set in ancient Greece with vengeance as its central motive. You play as Kratos, duh, who is still haunted by the visions of his mortal past and decides to explore his origins. The gameplay is the same as the other games. You smash a lot of buttons and do stuff. No, but really, you do have all the same awesome combos and bloody quick time events. Ghost of Sparta received praise for its story, gameplay, and graphics. Several critics consider it to be the best looking game on the PSP. The game looks stunning, and it even looks better than a handful of PS2 titles. The environments bring the world to life with its rain, lava backdrops, and background animations. Ready at Dawn utilized state-of-the-art visual technologies that allowed higher quality environments and characters. Ghost of Sparta offers 25% more gameplay than its PSP predecessor Chains of Olympus while adding more enemies on screen and greater number of boss encounters. This just may be the best looking PSP game there is. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker is an action-adventure stealth video game developed by Kojima Productions and published by Konami. You Konami! It was released in 2010 to near perfect reviews. Peace Walker received critical acclaim, becoming the 3rd highest rated PSP game on Metacritic, and is often ranked as one of the best PSP games by major gaming publications. Peace Walker begins on November 4th, 1974. Big Boss is running his own mercenary unit in Colombia after leaving the United States following the formation of Foxhound at the end of Portable Ops. The story takes place before Metal Gear Solid 5 and features a mother base just as Part 5 did that you can even upgrade. Peace Walker may be on the PSP, but it's a massive game full of content, story, and top-notch production values. You mostly play in the jungle and it can get a little bit repetitive at times, but it looks so good that you really don't mind. I think the most incredible feature is co-op mode. You can play all the missions with 2 people and up to 4 players during boss battles. This is really cool to have something like this on a PSP. The character models all look amazing with stellar presentation during the in-game cutscenes. The camera angles are all perfectly executed for max excitement. Alright, yeah! The game has great looks, sound, and deep, diverse gameplay. Either play it on your PSP, Vita, Xbox 360, PS3, or PC, but for God's sakes, play it. Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories is an action-adventure video game developed in a collaboration between Rockstar Leeds and Rockstar North, and published by Rockstar Games. Damn, it's a lot of Rockstars. It was released in October 2006 to fantastic reviews. It is a prequel to Grand Theft Auto Vice City and the successor to the previous PSP release Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. A new gameplay element added to this game is empire building, where you have to open up and operate various businesses on properties taken over from enemy gangs. These can range from protection rackets to brothels or smuggling compounds. Doing this is how you make loads of cash. The frame rate can get pretty low at times, but in Vice City Stories it has been improved upon when comparing it to Liberty City Stories. The gameplay is exactly the same as the previous GTA titles. You get missions from various people to progress the story, and there's even a lot of side quests. It can feel pretty repetitive at times, but the amazing 80s nostalgia feel is back in this game. It's time to game on, bro! Yeah! It's freaking incredible to think that they fit this whole Vice City into a PSP game with virtually no loading times while driving. In this game, you can even fly a helicopter with very low drops in the frame rate, and the draw distance goes pretty far so you know where you're going. It's really crazy to think an open world game of this magnitude is on a small UMD disc playing on a 333 MHz CPU. Optimization at its finest with some creative coding. The PSP is a small handheld that packs a huge punch. So many great games were released for it that I will make more lists covering the same topic. That's all I have for you today, so thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, like, share the video, and ring that bell. Thank you so much, you're all awesome.